Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you may happen to be. Now it is evening in Dalton, Georgia, 30720, the United States of America. EagleNick Audits. I am EagleNick, and I'm asking everyone to please subscribe to Calgary Community Watch. Please check out all of my subscriptions, and you will see that EagleNick is a subscriber to a whole lot of awesome YouTube channels, and there is one of them now, Northwoods Press. Everybody, please subscribe to Northwoods Press. NH Mountain Girl. Great to see you, Northwoods. How are you doing? EagleNick, all this is trying to spread awareness this evening about all of the awesome YouTube channels that I subscribe to. And you are one of those channels, my friend. EagleNick Audit says, check out my subscriptions. They are public so that everyone can view them. You will see there are many great YouTube channels that EagleNick Audit subscribes to, because they have the very best content that is on YouTube. Now, EagleNick can guarantee you, if you will give EagleNick the benefit of the doubt, check out my subscriptions, and you will see there are very many awesome YouTube channels out there. Calgary Community Watch and Northwoods Press is only two of the many awesome YouTube channels that EagleNick Audit subscribes to. Now, I'm trying to help out Calgary to reach the 1,000 subscriber mark. Calgary is only 13 subscribers away from the 1,000 subscriber mark. And EagleNick does not understand why Calgary does not have more subscribers than EagleNick Audits. Because Calgary Community Watch happens to be in Calgary, Canada, and you should see the awesome content that Calgary Community Watch has on their channel. Now, I'm talking about the police in Calgary, Canada, when they go to someone's house to do a search warrant. Now, they don't come up with that little wooden battering ram to bust open the door. They drive up in this gigantic armored vehicle with a battering ram attached to the front, and they just knock that door clear off the hinges. Now, Calgary Community Watch has some awesome content on the channel, and I am sure if you would give EagleNick Audits the benefit of the doubt and just check out Calgary Community Watch, that you would see that EagleNick is just telling the truth the way I always do. Now, that even applies to all of the haters and race baiters, all the people who comes in and call EagleNick. Oh, it's a redneck hillbilly. Because if you would all check out Calgary Community Watch, I am sure that you would find that they have some awesome content, as well as my friend Northwoods Press, NH Mountain Girl, True North Transparency, Mad Labs Press, Flex Your Freedoms, Eastern Arkansas Transparency, and so many others. Woo-hoo! That's right, brother. NH Mountain Girl. Everybody give her a shout out. If somebody could, Northwoods, I'd appreciate it if you could do me a big favor there. If you could go to Calgary Community Watch's page, to his YouTube channel, and get the link and post it in the live stream for me, I would really appreciate it, because EagleNick does not see any way that I can actually chat back that I could post it myself. But it is an awesome YouTube channel, as yours is as well, Northwoods. I appreciate you all so much. Now, EagleNick would ask if everyone would please to check out all of my subscriptions, and you will see that they are some of the best content creators on YouTube. Now, they, like EagleNick Audits, creates their own content. They do not have to go onto other YouTube channels and use fair use doctrine. Now, EagleNick knows what fair use is, but there are too many YouTube channels that take other creators' content and only use it to build up their own channel to try to pad their pockets without giving. Thank you there. I appreciate you there, Northwoods. I really do appreciate that. I wish I could have done it myself. But everybody, if you would click that there link, as many as would, and subscribe to Calgary Community Watch, EagleNick Audits would really appreciate it. Calgary is 13 subscribers away from the 1,000 subscriber mark. Now, like I said, Northwoods Press has some awesome content as well. Hello, Calgary Community Watch. How are you doing this fine evening in Dalton, Georgia, anyway? Now, I know you said there is a 4-hour time difference. Yes, sir, Calgary. I'm trying to help out you and as many other channels as I possibly can. Now, EagleNick Audits has only had his channel creating content for close to 8 months now. Now, it's took me a lot of trial and error to get to the point of where I am at. Now, EagleNick would like to give a few pointers, if y'all do not mind, to make sure that y'all are aware that when you upload a short or a video, to make sure that in the description you put hashtags instead of trying to describe the video. You know, us old folks, we always called it the pound sign, but this here new generation, you know, they call it the hashtag symbol. See, it would be the hashtag with the word YouTube, hashtag viral, hashtag TikTok, hashtag viral video, hashtag trending. When you put in a hashtag sign, it gives a list of different hashtags that are available. Now, let's say the hashtag viral. When you put that in, people can put in the search hashtag viral. And when I checked a while ago, there was 67 million videos who use the hashtag viral. Now, when you put hashtags on your shorts and your videos, it causes your content to go out to a lot more people. Now, the more shorts that you cut, they go into the Reels feed on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and on YouTube. So if you would be sure to use hashtags in the video description, the description on your shorts, and EagleNick would like to say, if you do not utilize live streams, I recommend them highly. People say that live streams just build you up users. Now, it does add a whole lot of users. When you first do them, it'll seem like they ain't nobody on there. But just let it keep running. Don't cut off your live stream, because the longer you're on the live stream, the more people will end up seeing it. Because the live streams go directly into all the aforementioned places. Calgary Community Watch, could you do me a favor, please? Could you visit Northwoods Press YouTube channel and post and copy the link to Northwoods Press, and please post it for EagleNick so that we can help Northwoods Press out as well. Now, see, I cannot create a link myself because all I can do is actually voice chat. I can't actually use the chat, the comments. But I would really appreciate it. EagleNick would like to help everyone he can, because EagleNick is standing up for the red, white, and the blue, the United States Constitution, and for me and for you. Now, it don't matter what country that you happen to live in, because EagleNick loves you all, even no matter the color of your skin, because EagleNick audits knows we were all created equal. We were created in the image of our Maker, after his likeness. Now, a lot of people try to say that the Bible is biased because it says the word man. Now, EagleNick wants to put out some of that there hillbilly knowledge to let everybody know. If you would write out the word woman, or write out the word women, you will see the word man in woman, and you would see the word men in women, because woman was created from man. Before a woman ever gave birth to a male or a female child, there was man first. And then our Creator created woman from out of man. That is why she is called woman, because she came from man. You know what I mean, Vern? You know, people set such great store that a woman can give birth and say, well, a man can't give birth. But I'm here to tell you that a woman cannot have a child without the seed of man. You know what I mean? Staying off the grid. How are you doing this very fine evening? EagleNick would like to ask you personally, staying off the grid, since you like such violence, make sure, staying off the grid, that you check out Calgary Community Watch and subscribe to the YouTube channel Calgary Community Watch, and you will see the Calgary Police Department using military-style vehicles with them big old battering rams on the front, busting down doors to execute search warrants. And I mean, they do it all the time. You know what I mean, Vern? And you will see how them Calgary police departments, you will see them tackle a homeless woman. That is how they treat the homeless, not just in the United States, but all over this here world. Woo-hoo, everybody. How are you doing, NH Mountain Girl, you lovely girl, you? So glad to see you. Northwoods Press, if you would please. EagleNick would really appreciate it if you would post a link for NH Mountain Girl so that we could get her as many subscribers as possible. Because EagleNick is only trying to show the love to all of the people I love, all of the people I subscribe to, and all the people who subscribe to EagleNick. Now, EagleNick has said from the very start, united we stand, divided we fall. I don't just love some, I love you all. Now, there is a lot of other channels out there on YouTube that will take our content without giving us credit for the content, not providing a link back to us. Now, I'm here to say also, when you do your videos, your shorts, and your live streams, not only should you put hashtags in the description, you should go down to where it says tags and remixing and stuff, and you should change the standard YouTube license agreement to the Creative Commons attribution license. That means if somebody takes your content, whether it be shorts, videos, or live streams, it has to link back to the original channel where the content came from. Now, if they record it by looking at it and record it, like, say, from a TV with their phone, and it does not put the link back to you when you have Creative Commons attribution, that would be a copyright infringement against the YouTube channel from where the content came from. Now, under fair use, they are allowed to take people's videos and add satire to it, the way they have did EagleNick, or like when sometimes I'll do like this here, see, EagleNick audits. This is EagleNick. Now, because of the way I look, they'll cut out that there part where I show how I look, and they'll add all kind of stupid stuff to it. They try to tell people that EagleNick is an inbred, uneducated hillbilly. You know what I mean? All poking fun at EagleNick audits without telling people where the video come from so that they could go watch my other content and get a full understanding of EagleNick audits. You know, I know that is called fair use, but EagleNick thinks that when someone uses someone else's content, that they should do it fairly. You know what I mean? When you take somebody else's content with your only intent is to build up your subscribers and poke fun or ridicule the content creator, EagleNick does not consider that to be a fair use. Now, all because they have a YouTube Premium account, they are able to download your whole video. You know, without the YouTube Premium, you can just remix. Now, EagleNick has turned all his videos to not allow remixing. It caused EagleNick to lose some of his own shorts because I had remixed them off of the video when it is uploaded on YouTube. Now, I hope you all know that you can take your own video from YouTube and you can save it back to your device. You can save it back to your phone. You can save it to a laptop or a Chromebook, and then you can take the original video, say like you got a 20-minute long video, you take, and when you go to the upload video, you click on the edit into a short, and then you can cut 1 minute long shorts out of the video. Find the best spots that will highlight your video, that highlights your YouTube channel, that shows all of your awesome content, and it will help your channel grow. Now, EagleNick says, united we stand, but divided we fall. I don't think it's right when somebody uses other people's content, because there is a saying that goes, those who can do and those who can't teach. But EagleNick says those who can create content and those who can't use YouTube Premium and get other people's content under fair use and do not use it fairly. You know what I mean? Hello, Miss Amy Lloyd. How are you doing this fine evening? So glad to see you this evening. If someone would you please go to Miss Amy Lloyd's YouTube channel and copy the link to her YouTube channel and post it for EagleNick, please. EagleNick wants to spread the love to everyone that he loves. All of the people who subscribe to EagleNick, as well as all the people who watches EagleNick's content, whether they are subscribers or not. Like I said, if you would please check out my subscriptions. My subscriptions are public so that anyone can view them. You will see that EagleNick Audits has many awesome YouTube channels that I subscribe to. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Amy. I could have swore you had a YouTube channel there. I thought I'd looked at your channel. I must have just looked at your picture there, darling. if y'all will, please keep posting. All of you that you know that has channels, post each other's links so that we can get out the word to get other people to subscribe. And if you don't mind, you can throw out an EagleNick audience link, and I would surely appreciate it. And if anyone hasn't already, EagleNick asks that you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please be sure to like, share, and comment every short video and past live stream that you possibly could. And if you will, to please let the ads play, because EagleNick audits on averages on, say, like a hour-long live stream, I might get 20 cents from somebody letting all the ads play off that video. Now, it don't seem like much, but hey, something is better than nothing. And y'all all know EagleNick does not ask people for money. All I ask for is a little bit of your time. But I truly and greatly appreciate your time. I appreciate everyone taking the time to watch my shorts, my videos, and my live streams. Look, I want to show y'all something pretty. I wish there's some way I could have it showing it all the time. My mother, she had such a green thumb, but she also had a pink, and look. Ain't that just pretty? NH Mountain Girl. Those are pretty, but they ain't as pretty as you are, darling. Those are pretty, but they're not as pretty as all of my subscribers. I love you all. Y'all all make EagleNick proud to be on YouTube. Like I've said, I've had a YouTube account where I watched videos or listened to music for 12 years. But EagleNick did not start creating content until December the 23rd of 2023, when I witnessed a homeless lady having her constitutional rights violated. Now, you will see, if you will check out my YouTube channel, you can find that video where Miss Pink Helen is having her constitutional rights violated. And in that video, at no time did I say EagleNick audits, or this is EagleNick. And at no time did I call myself EagleNick. It was only after that that I decided that it was time that I start standing up for not only my constitutional rights, but for the constitutional rights of every single person within the United States. Even though there's a lot of people told me, said, I didn't ask you to stand up for my rights. But EagleNick audits does not need anyone's permission to stand up for my rights, because that permission is granted to me by the United States Constitution, which is the law of the land. And also, we have those rights that are enshrined in the Constitution because they were given to us by our Creator. That is why those rights are inalienable. They cannot be stripped away, and they cannot be watered down. Now, that is why EagleNick Audit says that those rights do not just apply to the people in the United States, but that is what our Constitution is for, to protect those constitutional rights of the American people. But EagleNick Audits clearly states that every single person that is on this earth, we were all created in God's image after his likeness. We all have basic human rights. We all have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We have the right to live a free life, not to have our governments try to control us, to tell us what to do, what to eat, or where to go. All of that stuff should be up to you, and it should be up to me. And I'm telling the truth because that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean, Vern? Yes, sir, Calgary. The last time I looked, you was 13 away from 1,000, and EagleNick Audits is asking everyone that please subscribe to Calgary Community Watch. If you do not know how to spell it, do not be ashamed. Look on EagleNick Audits subscriptions on my YouTube channel's page, and you will see located between the shorts and the videos. Then the next after the videos is subscriptions, and then below it is the live streams. But if you would check out the subscriptions that EagleNick Audits, if you would check out the channels that I subscribe to, I promise you would find all kind of awesome YouTube channels. Now, most of those channels, their content is way above and beyond the content that EagleNick Audits can create, because now there's all kind of police officers around here, but now like Mad Labs Press, Mad Labs, he uses drones. He has some awesome drone footage. And Calgary Community Watch, he lives where they use them big military-style vehicles to bust in front doors to execute search warrants, where they constantly violate people's rights. You know what I mean? Northwoods Press, an awesome YouTube channel. NH Mountain Girl. Woo-hoo! Now that NH, she's done stole my heart. Every time I see one of them there deer videos or turkey videos, I'll be saying, boy, I sure wish I was up there being able to see that there. That sure is purty. EagleNick likes them there mountains, but he likes them mountain girls even more. You know what I mean? Now, EagleNick Audits' wife was a mountain girl at heart, too. She was raised up mostly in the mountains in Somerville and in LJ. Now, EagleNick Audits was raised in the valley in between the Dug Gap Mountains and Fort Mountain, but I visited the mountains as many times as I could and as many times as I can, but I have not actually been able to visit any mountains within the past few years because I willingly sold my vehicle. Now, some people calls it a vehicle, but old EagleNick, he calls it a vehicle. And the reason I do that is because it is like a shackle. It is chained around your ankle like a big old cankle. You got to buy gas out all the time. You got to pay insurance. You got to pay your tag. You got to keep your oil in it. You got to make sure you keep it washed. There's just too many there things that you got to do to keep a vehicle properly running and properly able to be driven. You know, there's some things, if you don't do it, you could end up getting thrown in that there slammer. You know what I mean? Now, EagleNick Audits has had a lot of people say, do you live under that there bridge? because I did a video up there under the bridge a time or two. Well, let me tell you this there, anybody that don't already know, EagleNick Audits would rather live under that bridge or any other bridge anywhere in this world than to live in the finest jail in America. You know what I mean, Vern? Now, there's a lot of people that wakes up every morning and say, oh, man, I got it so bad. I'm just so sad. But believe you me, no matter how bad you think you got it, there's a whole lot of people that have it a lot worse. And there's even more that day their last ride will be in a hearse. You know what I mean? Just thank God that we still have breath in our body, that we are still able to get up every day to enjoy the sunrise and to watch the sun go down. Whether you live in the country or in the mountains or somewhere in town. You know what I mean? I've held out for as long as I could. I had to lock me that 24/7 Red 100 because they sure are good. You know what I mean, Vern? Now, I know cigarettes ain't good for you, and I'm not trying to influence anybody to smoke, because when you get hooked on that there nicotine, brothers and sisters, let me tell you, well, it ain't no joke. If when you pick them up, it's real hard to put them down. So let EagleNick stop running his big old trap here for a little bit and say, howdy, y'all. How's everybody doing? Where y'all from? And I'd like to just say hello to everybody, and I'm going to try to look and see what's going on here. Just to tell everybody I love y'all and ask you, how was your day? EagleNick Audits really cares and would like to hear what you have to say. Where did you go there staying off the grid? Come on back and talk to EagleNick. Don't try to stay hid. Whatever you got to say means a whole lot to old EagleNick. Oh, dadgummit there, NH. Why you want to go tell EagleNick there? Don't you tell me you put bacon on top of them there cheeseburgers. Because now EagleNick, you said it all the time about my favorite food is a bacon double cheeseburger plain. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hi, baby. Oh, EagleNick loves them old cheeseburgers. But if I eat them every day, I wouldn't be able to ride that there bicycle. I'd have to have about 3 of them welded together to try to hold up my frame. And if I tried to do a live stream, I probably couldn't even say my name. You know what I mean? And I've been trying to only eat twice a day just to try to stay in a little better health than I used to be in. Because after all, if you don't know, the Bible says gluttony is a sin. Goodness gracious, girl, what are you doing to me there, dadgummit? That sounds like one delicious cheeseburger. Hey, let me tell you a secret. Now, when EagleNick audits used to cook a cheeseburger, every now and then I would fix one that I called a Beeschurger, Beeschurger. And in case you don't know, a Beeschurger is when you put your cheese on the top of the burger like always, but instead of putting the burger top on first, you put the bottom, and then you put the top on the bottom. So that way, when you bite down into that there Beeschurger, you got a whole lot less bread that you got to go through before you hit that there bacon and cheese and the burger. You know what I mean? I'll be like, whoa, baby, that's one good Beeschurger right there. Boy, they really go good with an ice cold Mountain Dew. Hello, Croatia. How are you doing? Now, why would God punish me? How am I a sin? Let me tell you this. The Bible says, for all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. There is none righteous, no, not one. That would include you too there. You know, EagleNick knows the Holy Word, but most of all, the Holy Word knows EagleNick. You know what I mean? No, I am not insane. EagleNick just tells the truth and try to keep it plain. EagleNick is a redneck hillbilly, but I can't help it. I don't try to lie because that's how I am, really. You know what I mean? Jesus said, behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come in unto him and will sup with him and he with me. You know what I like the most? I like the fact that the Lord prepared us a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Because EagleNick has so many enemies. I have been receiving threats from people saying that they was going to come down here to talk to me face to face. Well, I only say you know what I mean while I'm doing my live streams. You know what I mean, Vern? Hey, I happen to love Jim Barney. Jim Barney was a good role model for all kids and all people. What do you think about the role models they got on TV now? Do you know who Jim Barney is? Who done the Ernest Goes to Jail? Ernest Joins the Army? Ernest Saves Christmas? Who would you rather have influencing your children? Somebody who says, you know what I mean, Vern? Or would you have somebody like RuPaul's Drag Race? You know what I mean? Yeah, I get a lot of them there. Trolls come in on my YouTube channel, but EagleNick loves them there trolls too. They can't help it that they're so hairy and look so scary. You know what I mean? when you stay up under a bridge all the time and you don't get much sunlight, hey, there's going to be some repercussions. You're going to have a lot of hair growing out your nose and big old warts and maybe a few fleas, but hey, you still got to love them, and if you don't, you should. And EagleNick says, please, love them old trolls, because they need love too. You know what I mean? That is the problem with this world. There's too many people that try to divide us, the people of the world, not just the United States, but every country on this whole earth. They try to keep us all divided by saying, oh, they hate you, or they got this more than you, or they talk funny, or they got more money. You know what I mean, Burn? I'd say this when I'm doing them there live streams. If I had $1 for every time I said, you know what I mean, Burn, I'd probably be rich. But if all of them EagleNick haters had their way, I'd probably be laying somewhere in a ditch. You know what I mean, Burn? Now, if y'all bear with me for just a second, I'm going to run in here in my kitchen and go get me one of them there cold Pepsi Colas out of my fridge and see if I can't take me a couple of big swigs. You know what I mean, Burn? Be right back. Did y'all see that there gasoline-powered bicycle just ride by? Now, EagleNick used to have one of them gas-powered bicycles, but the thing about them is, if you ride them too fast, the tires get hot because a bicycle is not made to go 25 to 40 miles an hour. Like EagleNick always liked to ride his. The tires gets real hot, and you can run over just a little bitty sliver that come out of one of them there Maypop tires on a vehicle. You know how you see the steel radial belts in one when they're wearing out? They can be one little bitty sliver that ain't even half the size of a staple, half as long and not even a tenth of the diameter, and you run over the top of it, it can be laying down flat on the road. But a hot bicycle tire, when it runs over that little piece of metal, it just pulls it right up inside the tire, and it punctures your tube. Now, EagleNick has owned a couple of them, but I got tired of having a flat fixed all the time because they usually always happen on the back. Now, both of mine that I owned, I always end up nicking name them Boat, B-O-A-T. That was break out another 20 because it was going to cost $20 to have that there flat tire fixed. And it just got to be where I just could not stand it. I'd just rather have a regular bicycle. You know what I mean? Because the only way EagleNick can pedal a bicycle fast enough to go 25 to 40 miles an hour is if I happen to be flying down a mountain. And the only thing about that is I would have to push it up that there mountain first. So EagleNick don't go around too many mountains. Also, when you're going up a mountain, they ain't too many water fountains. The only water fountain will be flowing off your face from the sweat. Plus, there's all of them there bugs and insects will be flying. You know, it ain't too fun when you're riding down a road with a big smile on your face and all of a sudden you get a big old bug stuck in your teeth. You know what I mean? Now, if you happen to be hungry, it might be all right, but when you just got through having a meal, oh no. But everybody, please check out my subscriptions. So many awesome channels that are on YouTube, and EagleNick has quite a few of them, but there's even more. When you check out the channels I subscribe to, EagleNick says that you should check out the channels that they subscribe to, because great minds think alike. And if you wasn't here earlier and you have a YouTube channel, let me say it again. When you create a video, or a live stream, make sure to put in the description hashtags. Now, those hashtags help your channel to grow because it puts your content out to more people. If you put just the description of the video, what it's about in the description, that is not really going to help your YouTube channel. But if you put, say, like us old people always called it the pound sign, but this new generation, they call it a hashtag. You put in hashtag TikTok or hashtag Instagram or hashtag viral, or hashtag viral video, or hashtag YouTuber, hashtag TikToker. There's just millions of hashtags. Now, the hashtag viral, when I checked it out earlier today, it said that there was 57 million videos that was linked to by where somebody put hashtag viral in the search on YouTube. So you see, it helps get your video out in so many different places. And make sure that you set your shorts, your videos, and your live streams, go down into where it says tags, and change the standard YouTube license to Creative Commons attribution, so that way if any of them YouTube channels who uses YouTube Premium to acquire other people's content under fair use, it has to have a link back to the original content creator. Now, if they try to circumvent it having a link going back to the original content creator, that is a copyright violation, because the content you create that you put on your YouTube channel is your intellectual property. It does not belong to YouTube. YouTube is a platform where you put your content on. That is why when you reach the threshold of 8,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, that you have all the things enabled. You have the supers, super thanks, super chat, super stickers. You have the short feed ads, watch page ads. You can set up an online store to where you sell merchandise that is about your channel, like EagleNick Audits. Could have t-shirts made that says EagleNick Audits, or hats. You also can set up memberships to where people pays to see if you are the type of channel that has certain videos set for private, because if sometimes there might be profanity used, Now, if there is a lot of profanity, YouTube will sometimes restrict it to 18 plus. Sometimes, depending on the content, it will say add suitability, meaning that YouTube says that it is not suitable for all advertisers. Now, videos like that would be best served to be under memberships, but EagleNick Audits does not use memberships. I do not restrict access to any of my shorts, videos, or live streams because, as I've said, united we stand, but divided we fall. I don't love some, I love you all. You know what I mean, Bern? Now, I don't know if the chat has froze or if I've scared everybody to death, but I don't think I've seen it move here for a little bit. Breaker 19, Breaker 19. Do we got anybody on that there line? Come on back. Somebody talk to the old EagleNick, even if it's one of them bar boot-licking trolls that my voice makes you sick. You know what I mean, Bern? NH Mountain Girl, darling, I'm sorry. I did not realize it, but you are modded now, sweetheart. I thought I'd already done that, and I apologize. NH Mountain Girl, if you'll go ahead and comment something there, you'll see that there wrench pop up in front of your name. I wish I could make it to where it would be pink for a lady and blue for a male, but that's just how it is. So, oh well, EagleNick don't have no control over there. Everybody having that same colored wrench. You know what I mean? But I took care of that. Big Man J-Pan, how are you doing this evening, my friend? So glad to see you. EagleNick Audits is so pleased and delighted that you are in the chat. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. And if you will, Big Man Japan, I ask that you would please check out Calgary Community Watch on YouTube. Subscribe to Calgary's channel. Calgary has so many awesome videos, as well as Northwoods Press, NH Mountain Girl. Check out all my subscriptions on my YouTube channel, and you will see that EagleNick subscribes to some of the best YouTube channels that they is on YouTube. You know what I mean? I really do appreciate you and everyone who has come in every single time on my live streams. Hello, Billy Burns. How are you doing this evening? Thank you so much for coming in. So glad to see you again, my friend. How are y'all doing this evening? How are you doing, Billy Burns? And how about you, Big Man Japan? How's things going? Now, EagleNick is asking everybody to check out my subscriptions and subscribe to all the channels like Calgary Community Watch, NH Mountain Girl, Northwoods Press, Eastern Arkansas Transparency, Calgary Community Watch, Mad Labs Press, True North Transparency, Flex Your Freedoms, and there is too many others that I cannot remember them all, but I can guarantee you there is some awesome channels. If you will check out my subscriptions on my YouTube channel, I am sure that you will be delighted that you did. Thank you, Calgary. I really do appreciate that. You just don't know how much that means and how much it really helps. Like I said, it's not very much money that I actually make. Even if somebody watches, say, a 2-hour live stream, if I can keep this here big mouth running that long, it might only make me 50 cents. But 50 cents is 50 cents more than I had when I woke up this morning. You know what I mean? And see, I look at it this way. All that money that, even though as little as it happens to be, when I get money from ads, it's clean money. It's not dirty money, because I didn't say, hey, everybody, send old EagleNick $1 or $2. You know what I mean? I know you got plenty. Why don't you share the wealth like the Democrats do? They say, if you got so much money, how about giving somebody else some? But EagleNick doesn't ask people for money. All I ask of anyone is to let the ads play. Now, like I've said, I've got super thanks, super chats, and super stickers. Now, yesterday evening, all of my moderators was just showering EagleNick audits with supers, but I think you all are super. That is why I do not ask anyone for money. EagleNick does not solicit. I did not start my YouTube channel to try to get rich. Now, I'm not saying that money is bad, but when you have to ask people for their money, that sort of makes me sad. You know, there's a whole lot of people that struggles each and every day as they go about their life just trying to make their way. You may think you got it bad, but there are a whole lot more who has it worse. And just think of all the ones who didn't wake up this morning, who started their day riding in a hearse. You know what I mean? Let's all be thankful that we're alive. Let's all be thankful that we have breath within our body. And let's all be thankful for everybody on this earth, even those who hate us. Well, everybody, I hate to say it, but it's about that time. The EagleNick audit is about to cross that line. Now I'm going to have to slide on up out of here. Yeah, Calgary, I'm married. My wife is deceased. We didn't have any children ourselves, but she had an 8-year-old son when we was married. Now, after my wife died, my stepson, he's still my son because me and her are still married. He turned on me as well as most of her family. You know, they did not even include my name in her obituary, even though, you know, that we were and are still married. But see, the thing about it is, on the little marker, she was cremated. her ashes was buried with her brother, even though we are married. The little marker that was just a temporary marker that they had on the grave of her brother, they had to put my last name on it because that was her legal name, you know. They tried to keep me out of it, you know, to keep me excluded. But that doesn't change the fact that I still love my wife and I miss her every day. Well, we have been married since 2007. So we have been married for 17 years. Next year will be 18. And next year, when we have been married for 18 years, 3 days after that, it'll be 6 years that she's passed away. Now look, there's some things that a lot of people does not realize about marriage. When you get married, hey, that is awesome, Brett. Congratulations. And my sympathies and my condolences to you, Calgary. Make sure you hang in there, Calgary, okay? But there was something I want to say about marriage that a lot of people don't realize. When you get married, you are married until you both die. That does not matter if you get divorced. Because if you get divorced, they are your ex-wife or your ex-husband. When they die, they are still your husband or wife. That just makes you a widow or a widower, depending on which the case may be. You know, like I said, it will be 6 years since my wife passed away, February the 19th. But I still love her and I still miss her every single day. There's not a day that doesn't go by that I don't think about her. And here lately, every night, for some reason, I've been having nightmares that has my wife in those dreams. I can't seem to dream about anything good that ever happened to us. But the stuff that I've been dreaming never occurred. But I don't understand it. I try to pray about it to try to understand. But most of the time when I wake up, if I don't try to start reflecting and thinking on what I was dreaming the night before, it doesn't take much that it just leaves my mind. It leaves my subconscious. And after a little while, I just can't remember at all what it was about. Yeah, maybe that's how come I've been dreaming about her so much. I don't know. I know there's a lot of people that thinks, boy, I hope that means you're fixing to go join her soon. And they say the sooner the better. And I'm sure they would like to help me go pay a visit. You know, I was saying that they probably wouldn't let me get a passport, you know, because you got to go to the post office to get a passport. But then on the other hand, they might want to pay for that there passport and take up a big collection. and say, like, there's an old Southern saying that says, y'all come back now. But they would say, don't come back now, you hear? Yeah, just I try to. I try to watch my surroundings at all time. Y'all just don't know. I've been getting threats. I've had somebody making threats to my brother on YouTube. On Facebook about me, and I have been getting direct threats on YouTube. Now I take threats seriously, and I let them know that Georgia is a stand your ground state. And there is also a thing called the Second Amendment of the United States. And also there is self-defense. I have tried to make it loud and clear that if anyone comes up onto my property and their intention is to harm EagleNick audits in any way, they may step onto my property, but they will be carried out feet first. EagleNick does not have hate in his heart for no one. Not even all the people who has violated my constitutional rights. Not even the people who takes my content to poke fun and ridicule EagleNick audits because of the way I look or the way I talk. I cannot change either one of those. I cannot change how I look, and I cannot change how I talk, nor would I want to. That makes me who I am. And if they don't like it, I don't give a damn. You know what I mean? I do not try to control what people says or what they think, even though their opinion of EagleNick, well, it might just stink. That is their right. We all have free will. The people of the United States, at least for now, we have free speech. But that does not mean that our speech has to be hateful or disrespectful of each other or any other race. It is just like I've said from the start, united we stand and divided we fall. Our government seeks to divide and conquer us all. Our governments wants us all to have hate in our hearts for our fellow man, all because they want to control us. They want to have complete and total control over everything that happens in our lives. And it is time that we stand up for our rights. But it is even more time if you do not know Jesus Christ, that you do know the Savior. For there is nothing on this earth that is forever. The only thing on this earth that is eternal is our soul. Our soul will never die, but it depends on where your soul will spend eternity. That is because a spiritual death is the true death that we all can face. If your soul must spend eternity separated from God's love and from God's presence, that is the true death. For the Bible says in the book of Revelation, and those whose names were not found written in the Lamb's book of life from the foundation of the world were cast into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. I tell you all, even if you do not believe in the Lord, if you do not believe in the Creator, if you do not believe in my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, that one day we all shall stand before Him at the great judgment seat on Judgment Day, where we will either hear Him say, "Enter in, my faithful servant, well done," or He will say, "Depart from me, for I know you not." And that is the worst words that you could ever hear, because that is what EagleNick has as his only fear, that I would not be accepted in God's presence, in God's love, because anything else on this earth does not matter. They can kill me, but they can't eat me, because they can get away with murder, but cannibalism is still illegal. You know what I mean? Now, I love you all, and it's came that time. There goes the Whitfield County Sheriff's Department cruising by. So at least we got a county mountie headed down the road. EagleNick, it's got him on the show. Now, we might just hang around for just a second here to see if they want to ride back by, because they're probably watching this here live stream. You know what I mean? But it's not going to be too much longer, and darkness is going to set in, and then I'm afraid you wouldn't be able to see anyway, my friend. I'm just trying to make sure I end the live stream before it gets too dark, because I'm here in the Eagle's Nest and not down there at the park. Now, if I was down there at Al Rollins Park on the picnic tables, they got lights. I mean, I got a light in here in the room I'm in, but it wouldn't help too much outside for us, my friend. Glad to see you, Brian. I'm glad you're here. And you're absolutely right. Everything in this world is temporary. Nothing on this earth is worth losing your soul over. The Holy Bible says, "For what shall it profit a man if he gain the whole world, yet lose his own soul?" And the Bible also says, "Do not fear him who can take your life, but fear him who can take your soul and cast it into outer darkness." You know, because the true death is not physical, it is spiritual. It is your soul being forever cut off from the presence and the love of our Creator. Oh, yeah, I know they watch them. And hey, let me give a shout out to all of the Whitfield County Sheriff's Department officers. EagleNick loves you all. Dalton City Police Department officers, I love you too. Even Officer Bethune, even Officer Allen, even Lieutenant Bishop, even Lieutenant Locke, and Miss Postmaster Constance Long, Even though you may hate EagleNick with a burning hatred in your heart. You may have my picture up on the dartboard and try to throw them darts right between my eyes. EagleNick Audits would just like to let you know, ma'am, that I love you too. I do not have a hate in my heart for any one of you. I was only standing up for my constitutional rights. I did not have any control for the way any of y'all acted. You cannot blame me for the things y'all said or the things y'all did. It was time for them to be exposed and not to be hid. What is done in the darkness will be brought to light. And you heard it right here, right now, from EagleNick on this very night. Good evening, James. How are you doing? Now, there was a Whitfield County Sheriff's Department officer just drove by. And like I was saying, I would like to thank all of the Whitfield County Sheriff's Department officers who told my cousin's girlfriend that they love EagleNick. All this, that they watch my videos every single day when they go in to start their shift at the Whitfield County Sheriff's Department. I love you all, and I would like to give a big shout out to all of the inmates in the Whitfield County Jail. EagleNick loves you all and prays that you are all doing well. I know that food is atrocious. Some of it ain't too bad, but some of it ain't too good. I appreciate everyone for everything that y'all do. Just by being here, you don't know how much that it means to EagleNick Audits. People says that EagleNick Audits is just after clicks and views. But guess what? If you didn't get clicks and views, what is the use of being on YouTube? You know, do you think a TV channel would stay on the air if they wasn't nobody watching, they wasn't nobody there? Now, I've had people say, oh, you won't be around when your channel ain't monetized. Well, guess what? That's a bunch of lies. My channel didn't get monetized except for about 2 weeks ago. Now, EagleNick Audits has been exercising his constitutional rights since December the 23rd of 2023. So you do the math. Don't leave it up to me. That is a heck of a lot longer than any 2 weeks. But the thing about it is, there's a whole lot of people that hates EagleNick Audits just because the way he looks or the way that he speaks. You know what I mean, Vern? I cannot change the way I look or how I talk. I do not ask anybody else to change how they look or the way they talk or the way they act. You know, that is not up for me. It is up for each individual to be who they are. Don't try to change yourself to make somebody else happy. because we cannot all be the same. Well, everybody, it don't look like they're going to come back. And old EagleNick, and I think I'm starting to get the hiccups from drinking that there little bit of Pepsi. You know, EagleNick likes that Pepsi because it is the choice of the real generation. You know what I mean, Vern? But I love you all so much. So please stay in touch. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Hit that notification bell. Share, like, and comment on all of my shorts, my videos, and my past live streams that you possibly can and or will. Share, share, share. I wish I could get 100 people out of the 6,500 that I have as subscribers. If I could get 100 people to share every single short, every single video, and every single past live stream, you all just don't know what that would mean. That would help out to get awareness that more people could see that we all have rights under the United States Constitution. And that is what I'm trying to get everyone to see. The truth hurts. They've said that so many times before. Yes, the truth does hurt. But when all you hear is lies, that's going to hurt you even more. Hello, James. How you're doing? I'm sorry, my friend. You're getting here right as we're about to end the live stream. I've been on here for 1 hour and 27 minutes. And it is about to get dark in Dalton, Georgia. We done had a Whitfield County Sheriff's Department officer roll on by, but he did not want to stop and see EagleNick, even if just to say hi. Howdy to you all. And I love you. Y'all have a blessed morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be. And if y'all would, please, like I said, check out my subscriptions. Check out my subscriptions, and as many as would, please subscribe to Calgary Community Watch, Northwoods Press, NH Mountain Girl, True North Transparency, Eastern Arkansas Transparency, Flex Your Freedoms, and so many more awesome channels that are on YouTube that I am a subscriber to. EagleNick Audits loves all of you. You all have a blessed evening, morning, or day. Now it is time for EagleNick Audits is going to have to say, I love you all like no other, and consider you all my sister and brother. Take care of yourself and each other. If you see somebody that's struggling, don't just pass them by. Don't turn a blind eye or a deaf ear. You never know when that might be you or someone you love. And how would you like it, and how would you feel if they just pass them by and that's what they hear. EagleNick. Audience. I am EagleNick. And I'm out.